Well, hello everyone. At long last, the wait is over. Qualifiers are finished, and we have moved on to bracket. That's right, the tournament has finally gotten into full swing, and the four qualifiers are FTVs, SKD, FDVs, FDVs, Archer. Wow, they're all, you know what, they're all FDV. It's FDV's tournament. Whatever. We're going on, so, an Archer and the follower. Today we're going to be looking at SKD as Oinzerk in the bottom left versus as the Red Terran in the top right. This map is Mamoth, made by the Galaxy map making team, where all the qualifier matches were set on ladder maps. All of the actual tournament matches will be set in custom maps, with the final one taking place on a map designed by myself. This map, of course, is one I do enjoy for some of its more interesting features, like this area here, this rock here, these bushes. This entire area here just screams tanks. And this exploitable location with only a single gas. I feel that is an interesting feature, as it does tend to make tech plays a little bit more difficult. Also, it can be I think it's a little easier to take your third, but how much does your third count when you only have one gas? He doesn't know where it is. Well, that's sort of odd, because this is most definitely your second base. Either way, I can't wait to see this match. SKD was undefeated in the qualifiers. However, being undefeated in the qualifiers doesn't mean much if you don't make it through the tournament, because bracket is elimination. Anyone who loses is out, and that's the end. Their dream of succeeding in FDV's first ever tournament will fall to naught. Where's his supply? Oh, there's his supply depot. Alright, we are seeing double barracks out of him already. Might signal a desire for him to go 2 racks pressure. Somehow I don't think so, but it could possibly happen. I would be very interested to see that. We don't often see that out of I do believe we once... No, I have seen a game where he made a bunch of Marines and did some pressure. It's just not very common out of him. SKD does appear to be taking this cautiously. Very good choice. Better be safe than sorry, especially in the elimination rounds. Drone is going to scout both of those, and yeah, so if he is going for 2 racks pressure, it will have been scouted. SKD is ready anyways, already having that spawning pool down. No extractor though. Speedlings, you'd really sort of want speedlings if you want to challenge 2 racks pressure, I feel, simply because slowlings are more vulnerable to the stutter step type deal. Either way, we are continuing on with the match. He can just cancel that and probably just run away, but it does look like he is going to cancel it and do that again. I think 2 Marines is not actually enough. SKD can continue his gas steal. That's actually a very interesting technique, one I do enjoy quite a bit. Since he can effectively hold this gas forever, well, nearly forever, obviously. And then there's that SCV flexing a bit. Anyway, everything is continuing. We do have the second gas on the way from wonder what he'll do with it. Do have a couple of lings spread about, some overlords in every which way. Good scouting information, always wonderful. Do have a roach warren coming down, which will be effective since we are seeing pure marine out of thus far. You do have a factory on the way though. Maybe you'll be seeing marine tank. Interesting composition, one I don't often see recently. Maybe, well, who knows. It does seem odd normally as a Protoss player. Maybe I just don't see it. Maybe it happens and I'm not aware. We do have a couple of Marines going to moving up to the high ground here. They will be attacking those rocks, which will block off this area here for his natural, make it that much more safe. SKD has not opted to do the same. I would recommend it. Simply because look how easily these drones could be sniped. You get a tank there, it's over for that hatch. There's not much you can do to save it. Actually, if the tank's like right here, I think it can hit the hatchery. If it has vision, I think it can hit the hatchery, but not be hit by roaches. You have a couple of lings running in. They will think they were trying to go to the high ground. There are a bunch of Marines and a bunker in a very nice location. Supply depots here. You could form a little bit of a wall off and still have the high ground. Put a tank like there and be able to shoot. Very nicely done. I actually would sort of prefer the bunker here though. Simply because with these bushes you can have a unit up here, like even maybe a sensor tower or a missile turret, and have it right there, and then the bunker will be able to shoot at them from behind these, but they won't be able to hit it until they're right on top of it. I don't know. Interesting concepts going on. We do have some roaches going to be gathering here. I do not think there are quite enough to break this, not with the high ground advantage these Marines will have, and with this bunker here. Now CV is poised to repair it, or perhaps forgotten about. Hard to say. It was forgotten about, not left to repair. Either way, this match is shaping up to be sort of macro. There is that threat that SKD is posing right now, but other than that, not much is going on. And may I just say that from a casting perspective, all of a sudden considering what you're saying makes everything very weird and awkward. Either way, Hellbats are now coming out on the field, but we do have a Baneling nest down. I sort of feel like this is going to be a bust, one that can be very dangerous. Hellbats are actually pretty darn weak to Banelings. Ever since the nerf to Hellbats, they do need to have the upgrade for them to do that extra damage. And of course, Banelings have, I think they have just enough health to get through. Just enough. We'll find out in a second. They have 30 health, meaning that these Banelings can just go right through. Those roaches will be doing a little bit of scatting ahead. And if he hugs the wall, I believe he can avoid getting shot. He does. There are the Banelings moving in, going to bust the bunker, kill the Marines and the Hellbats. Those roaches are now in command of that base. We do have some units going to be moving up here, taking out those Marines. They barely survived that first hit, but now there is a problem for he has roaches and Banelings in his base. This is very bad because the only thing that could help him right now, I think, are Marauders. He does not have any on the way. This is going to be the end, I feel, for him. The most he could probably do is just pick up and leave. He might be able to salvage enough here to make it worth actually doing. He does have them rally to try and kill off that weak roach. A good start. But he's going to have a lot of lings coming at him. They don't even have speed, but they'll make it there in time. And SKD just dominating this game with the Banelings. I feel like actually all the Zerg players I know have recently been experimenting with a lot of Baneling roach timings. I don't know anything about them. I just know that that's what they've been trying. Either way, the Hellbats will be able to clean this up with the just Gosu. Perfect positioning. If it wasn't for that one roach, we're going to finally be able to kill those Hellbats. But that Hellbat just, oh my gosh, I couldn't have placed it better if I tried. Oh, wonderful, wonderful placement. Not going to be enough, because roaches do beat Hellbats. And we do have the continuous stream of units and Aspire on the way, as well as upgrades. Good to know. SKD is not forgetting his macro. The is in trouble, and he knows it. No minerals left. He does have an orbital, which means he could have mules at some point. Do have the Hellbats again. Pretty nice positioning there. Getting that in that little area there allows them to get... It takes a little bit longer for them to get surrounded by the lings. Nevertheless, it happens. And there's a mule called down to die. Oh, how sad. Anyway, I am not quite certain what is left to say, except that SKD is undefeated still. Oh my gosh, he will of course be continuing on to round 3, or not to round 3, to the very final matches of our tournament. Hopefully we'll have more members in the future for bracket, which will make this all a lot more interesting. But he will be facing the final... Because you knew I would... It's not really... Well, I guess I did assume he was going to lose, but let's face it, he did qualify for the tournament, and it was either this or one of the other people. So, anyways, we do have the victory for SKD, taking home the win. He will move on to face either Archer or the Follower in the final match.